Buhari don't give Tinubu woto. Buhari don't give am woto. This one no be say Buhari no dey interested for all this nonsense wey they go up and down, they go dey yap people up and down. Hey, Buhari don't give am woto. They don't reply am all those rubbish wey go dey talk with him name everywhere for campaign. When I come collect am, make I help me share am. Tinubu is not going anywhere. He's not wasting his time and money. Baba, go and rest.
Federal government says it's not aware of anybody within the presidential villa that is working against the candidates in the presidential election. Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, was responding to a question on the allegations raised by the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai that some people in Aso Rock are working to frustrate the victory of APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu. Mohammed says that the government has been fair to all candidates regardless of the party affiliation.
One thing I can assure you is that no matter who, this administration is focused and determined to ensure a free and fair election. And I think this administration and those that matter now, who was the most important person in this administration to me is Mr. President. And I think he has shown by words and by deed that he is committed to a free, fair and credible election. And fair, free and credible election actually means not favoring anybody or disadvantaging anybody. And everywhere he goes, he makes that very clear. Even as recently as Friday, when he was in Daura, he said the same thing. So if there's anybody who's working against any candidate, we don't know officially.
A lot to talk about this morning, Aya.
Yes, well, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, I can't remember who it was that was saying recently that we haven't seen or heard from him in a while. He seemed to have gone quiet, alongside a few other people in President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet in recent times. But let me just take out that last statement that he said before, the end of that video. He said, we don't know officially who is, if there's anyone who's working against any candidate. So the term officially, they don't know officially. So there may be unofficial people, in the presidential villa, as said by Governor Nasir El-Rufai yesterday in an interview, that there were people in Aso Rock who were working against or sabotaging the campaign of the APC's presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So in recent times, in the past few months, we've been talking about the internal crisis within PDP. With that, we had the emergence of the G5 governors, and their grievances are clear as to why they would not be supporting, or perhaps might not be supporting their presidential candidate around issues with zoning and fairness. So we understand who and we understand why. The difference with the APC internal wrangling is that there are accusations and counter-accusations that we've seen here as to the sabotaging of the presidential campaign of their candidate. Alhaji Lai Mohammed speaking from, on behalf of his principal, President Muhammadu Buhari, saying there's nothing like that. However, Governor Nasir El-Rufai, who's been around with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on campaign grounds, is crying out that there are people who had their preferred candidates during the APC primaries who are trying to sabotage, citing recent policies, which he says, in fact, he dissociated the APC and his candidate from some of these policies. For instance, the removal of subsidies, saying that that was a personal choice, not a party stance. This election is becoming more about the candidate as opposed to party alliance, party affiliations, or party faithfulness, as we have seen in a number of times. Again, in recent times, we've seen the body language, if I could put it that way, of the president. Out of the campaigns that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been on, the president has been to only 4 so far. Indeed, earlier this year, he had released a statement, or Mr. Festus Keyamo had said that the president was going to be going around with him and mentioned a few states. So it's not difficult to begin to suspect that there are indeed cracks. The big question then is, Who are these people? Why is it that they're, what do they have against their presidential candidate? And how would that affect his chances on February 25? Only 23 days to go, and I believe there will be more revelations in the coming days.
All right, Dr. Bati.
Well, political parties are organizations, and like organizations, every organization, they have different tendencies, disparate views. What is important is how, the members of the political party are able to work together to achieve a particular purpose. I've said it again and again, that political parties are organized to win elections, not, just to campaign, but to win, to get results. So here, the problem we have is a clear demonstration of the fact that there is division within the All Progressives Congress. Whether we know who the individuals are or we do not know, what is clear is that there is division within the party. Twice, in Abeokuta and also in Calabar, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress has had cause to criticize the present dispensation in the country with regard to the exchange rate, with regard to fuel scarcity, with regard to the Naira redesign policy. His spokespersons have said he's not talking about the president, he's talking about the People's Democratic Party that is not even in power at the moment at the center. But I think Shehu Sani, Comrade Shehu Sani, former senator representing Kaduna Central, put his fingers on it when he said on Twitter yesterday that what we're facing here is that when Asiwaju Tinubu throws stone in the direction of Aso Rock, he will say, no, the stone is meant for Zuma Rock, which is just behind Aso Rock, which I find quite witty as a means of expressing what is happening. However, what we have seen is that it's not only Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that has misgivings about what is going on at the center. We have the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, coming out frontally to say that indeed what Asiwaju said, is true. And his position, as the APC-PCC pointed out, is self-explanatory. And he said, don't blame Emefiele for Naira redesign. The president did it in the past. He said, look, the subsidy being kept there is not the policy of the party. Why are they still keeping it? Even if he must redesign the Naira, he says this is not the time, for it to be done because it doesn't make economic sense at this time. He has received, in that regard, the tacit support of the First Lady of Nigeria, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, who posted, the video of Nasir El-Rufai yesterday. But we hope that they will get to a point whereby the gladiators in this APC drama would have the courage to name names, as they are doing in the People's Democratic Party, so that we are not in the dark. Nigerians have a right to know who is behind whatever is causing friction within the APC. But instructively yesterday, the APC Presidential Campaign Council launched what they call the Thinking Cap Hub. Now is the time. It's not only the APC that should put on the thinking cap. Everybody should start thinking out of the box, because that's the only thing that can move this country forward beyond the crisis of internal democracy that the two major political parties appear to have.
I think there are reactions coming to what Mr. Nasir El-Rufai said yesterday. And it's obvious that there's fire on the mountain. And when there's fire, everybody runs. Including the things hidden in the house will run. It is when there's fire that you see rats used to be in the house before, that you never knew was there. The rats too will run for their dear life. So there's fire everywhere. Why is the APC so disgruntled with President Muhammadu Buhari's resolve to give Nigerians free and fair election? Why does the APC feel threatened by President Muhammadu Buhari trying to leave a legacy of free and fair election? Why is his party always complaining and attacking President Muhammadu Buhari, the same man they called their hero 4 years ago? All President Muhammadu Buhari has done is to put in place the mechanism for free and fair elections. So why does the APC feel attacked all of a sudden? When Governor Nasir El-Rufai talks about subsidy, I laugh. Are these not the people in 2012 that went to protest against Goodluck Jonathan when he wanted to remove the subsidy? So why are they talking about it today? Hypocrisy everywhere. Governor Nasir El-Rufai is saying that some people internally are trying to scuttle the chances of the APC presidential candidate. He should name them. If he has the nerve to name them, he should name them. And let us see those people. Because it's so easy for them to say now that this was a party decision. I ask again, the same party that said they were going to devolve power, restructure, that Governor Nasir El-Rufai led the committee for writing the outline, how restructuring is going to go, the reports. Did the party restructure? Did they see anything about it? So why are we being hypocritical now when they are divergent tunes? It is when it doesn't favor them, they say they are saboteurs within their own party. But they forget in a hurry that they were strange bedfellows coupled together. I think it's beginning to show now that what you see to be the APC is a collection of APGA, PDP, ACN, and other strange bedfellows coming together. So please, they should not complain. And they should leave President Muhammadu Buhari their own gifts to Nigerians to continue his works.
No disappointment reach this one, no. I just dey pray. See, make Tinubu remain money for shame, that in speaking demo. Make he remain money for these children, no. Make he don't go carry out this money, go through and finish, you know, consider. See, Tinubu no fit win this election. This month is a month of giveaway. They go do giveaway disappointment for person. The truth remains that Aso Rock is not interested in this. Tinubu is doing. Tinubu is on his own. APC is finished. APC is going out of power this month. 25th of February, APC is no longer in existence. Mark this word today. If Tinubu like him or not, making they spend money, they go. Don't be to they abuse people for different states too. You never win election, you don't wage you. Photo